It was Wilbur's turn to fall silent. It took a while before he said, "So, I guess you know what happened then." "Yes." "I hope you won't blame me," Wilbur said, apologetically. Chelsea said weakly, "I don't blame you. They got what they deserved. Yvonne called me earlier to get me to approach you." Wilbur felt silent for a moment and immediately understood what she meant. "Well, come here then. I've got something to talk to you about too. I know they just want to use me, and you know that too," Chelsea said. Wilbur nodded. "I know. But you should know that I see you and the Willow family as separate entities. I'd like you to work as an assistant of Fay Eves. You can learn some new things. This has nothing to do with the Willows." "Can you let me think about it?" "I don't know I do right now." He could clearly hear Chelsea's anxiety through the phone. Wilbur frowned. Chelsea was still a member of the Willow family after all. This might cause her a lot of stress. The Willows wanted to use her to get closer to him. Meanwhile, he saw something in her and wanted to help her out. Based on his understanding of Chelsea, she would have a hard time accepting the fact that she was being used. That was why she hesitated. Wilbur paused for a moment, then said slowly, "That's all right. Just think about it. You can call me anytime." "All right." Chelsea ended the call, and Wilbur finally let out a long sigh. Faye refilled his cup and said smugly, "Looks like things didn't work out, eh?" "What's that supposed to mean?" Wilbur glared at Faye. Faye smiled lightly without a care. Seemed happy. Wilbur shook his head. "I'm going to get some rest. Do whatever you need to." He then fled to his room and began meditating. This strange lady sure was hard to handle. Yvonne, on the other hand, went home and called her sister. She felt terribly ill after that. Jackson and Miranda quickly called the doctor, who ran a quick checkup. The doctor said that Yvonne was just too stressed. He prescribed her some medicine and left. Jackson and Miranda looked at each other, at a loss for what to do. All they felt was a deep sense of regret. If they had known that Wilbur was the boss of K Consortium, they would have never treated him that way. Rather, they would have treated him like a god. "It's all that idiot's fault. Why did he hide his identity? What are we going to do now?" Miranda still ended up blaming Wilbur. Jackson shook his head bitterly. "We're done for. That guy's going to get back at us for sure. The Willow family's doomed. We've still got Chelsea, haven't we? I've seen Wilbur sneaking licks at her. I'm sure she'll be able to wrap him around her finger if she wants to. That way, he'll still be our son-in-law." Jackson lamented. "Chelsea's far too stubborn. It won't be easy." Just then, Yvonne's phone on the bedside table started ringing. She picked the call up quickly. "I have bad news, Miss Willow." "What happened?" Yvonne asked weakly. "The bank just called. They said they're not renewing our loan for $3 billion and want us to pay them back before the deadline." "What?" Yvonne's face paled at once. The Willow family did have over $10 billion in assets, but it did not all belong to them. They had a loan of $5 to $6 billion from several banks. It was all thanks to that money that the company could operate normally. Demanding that they repay the loan and not renew it would cause problems for sure. "Tell them that we won't have any money to repay them if they don't renew the loan," Yvonne roared. "They said that if we don't pay them on time, they'll have to take the legal route and put the company's assets up for auction." The caller replied in a cautious tone.